Good evening, Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming. I'm honored to be able to begin tonight's ceremony. Tonight, we gather as a class one last time. Throughout these short 4 years, we have overcome much adversity to get to where we are today. At the end of our sophomore year, the world was in a state of chaos. No one knew what the future would hold, and this included the final years of our secondary education. Schools and athletics were affected, families were impacted, and we were in quarantine. I don't want to dwell too much on the ramifications of COVID-19. However, it would be wrong not to mention this chapter when discussing the hurdles our classes face. I can still recall hearing the news that Governor Beshear issued a 2-week quarantine, and I remember feeling excited and confused. But 2 weeks turns into months, and the world was in disarray. Now, we are here wondering where the time went. I can still remember freshman gym class and playing dodgeball like it was a few short months ago. Sophomore year pep rallies, early morning and late night football practices, and playing Xbox with my friends way too late when we knew we had school the next morning. And I'll always cherish the teasing Mr. Presidents and the great group of friends I have gained in these 4 years. Tonight, we are faced with many emotions. The excitement of us seniors as we face the real world and the sadness of the parents as they watch their little girl or boy graduate high school. For the first time in our lives, we have the freedom to make our own next decision, whether it be college, trade school, or entering the workforce. I encourage all of you to remember that. After we are handed our diploma, after we throw our caps in the air, we are the future. And with that power comes great responsibility. I want to thank all of our teachers who have patiently taught us over the years, as well as the family members here tonight. You have shaped us into who we are, and I want to personally thank my friends and family, as I would not be the person I am today without any of you. Once again, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to all of you for coming this evening to see us step through the door into adulthood. And remember, vote Gabriel Carson for president in 2048. Thank you.
Our time here at Calloway has come to an end, and the rest of our lives is about to begin.
So we're up here today to remind of y'all the okay times we've had here at school.
We began at our separate elementary schools, or gangs, whether it be the north side, the southwest side, or those weird east kids.
But we had to bury the hatchet and come suffer together in middle school, from which new gangs came, and we called ourselves crews.
The green crew was rigged, and the pink crew didn't do anything.
We had Holtman and Brown's karaoke and Miss Butler's science magic.
We had our first dance, which exposed us to our first caffeine as we all stood around awkwardly as JoJo danced.
We had our first official Callaway sports, and Miss Payne, one of the best coaches we've ever had.
Speaking of sports, 7th grade started the ultimate question. Is band a sport?
Gage Basil had that answer, but he was too busy puking purple in Miss Giles' class.
We had other teachers too, like Earhart, the most laid-back teacher ever, and Pyle, the man with too much caffeine. There was Miss McCallan, who loved us enough to come with us to high school, even if we were the worst class to come through Callaway.
We were so bad that C.J. Dial broke a desk when Louise was sleeping in class.
But no one could sleep when their mouth was on fire, thanks to a certain someone. We had our glow dance, which really wasn't a dance, and field day or graduation, which was a solid 90 degrees.
We left our mark on Callaway Middle, but some of our peers left their marks in the bathrooms of the middle school. Then came high school, and we were all so eager to join the swim team and swim on the roof.
We were given more freedom by being able to have our phones and chew gum.
Our freedom was too much when our bathroom smelled fruity and minty.
This led to the drug dogs, which we unfortunately could not pet.
This might explain why we went 1-9 in football that year, but don't worry, our soccer team completed above average for Callaway. And our students hit new highs, like Blake Crass's 100-meter time, and new lows as Caden Pascal tried to poison Miss Imes.
The desk, all of them, then shivered as Dial came to the high school with us, making this year seem hopeful and bright. Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
As we began to hear the stories of Lovelace's youth, it was interrupted by Gabe pulling the shower head.
This seemed like a bad omen because shortly after Chloe dominated Calloway Idol, our 2 weeks to flatten the curve came, on Friday the 13th, no less.
2 weeks led to 2 years, and the only benefit was no K-Prep. Edmonton came with Teams meetings, and we began the worst education we ever had, but in turn, that gave us more free time.
Everything became virtualized, and the Laker band slowly learned what their least favorite thing was, a box. People left school, and we completely forgot about them, and faces became forgotten because of masks.
Good things did happen, though, like, do y'all remember whenever FPS won first in state?
Neither do we.
But we do remember the softball team winning 2A state tournament, and track swept the region in girls and boys.
The next thing we knew, we were in our last year at Calloway.
We've done a lot of dumb things, like those idiots who climbed the roof, whoever they were, and all those devious licks we committed.
We have written the dreadful senior research paper and enjoyed prom with some of our sweethearts for the first time in 2 years.
We also saw Mr. Norsworthy rise from the dead. So we ask all of the seniors one last time to fist bump, explode, and call it in. One more time. Fist bump, explode, and call it in.
2 members of our class have finished their high school career with the honor of being a salutatorian. I am honored to introduce to you the salutatorians of the Callaway County High School class of 2022. Mr. Matthew Ray. Matthew is the son of Michael and Holly Ray. He was selected twice to the all-purchase basketball team. Matthew received the honor of Mr. CCHS after graduation. Matthew plans to attend Wren Lake Junior College and play for the Warriors. Mr. Carson Starks. Carson is the son of Kelly and Kim Starks. He was a 3-time member of the All-Western Kentucky football team. Carson was an FBLA state champion in business management. After graduation, Carson plans to attend Murray State University and major in exercise science.
Eight members of our class have finished their high school career with the honor of being a valedictorian. I am honored to introduce to you the valedictorians of the Callaway County High School class of 2022. Miss Ashley Caldwell. Ashley is the daughter of Sean and Jen Caldwell. She is a member of the varsity academic team. She competed for FBLA in the regional, state, and national levels. After graduation, Ashley will be attending Murray State University. Miss Erin Clark. Erin is the daughter of Darren and Valerie Clark. She was elected to be the 2021 Football Homecoming Queen. Erin was inducted into the National Congress of Future Medical Leaders. After graduation, Erin plans to attend Murray State University, a major in nutrition and dietetics. Miss Lakin McDaniel. Lakin is the daughter of Jamie and Tammy McDaniel. She was the captain of the Future Problem-Solving Team. Lakin served as the treasurer of FBLA. After graduation, Lakin planned to be attending Murray State University. Mr. Jaden Morris. Jaden is the son of Johnny and Kathy Morris. He was a member of the varsity academic team. Jaden was selected to be the 2022 Murray Bank and Murray Ledger and Time Student of the Year. After graduation, Jaden will be attending Murray State University. Miss McKenna Perkins. McKenna is the daughter of Aaron and Penny Perkins. She was a co-captain of the varsity cheerleaders. McKenna was a senior vice president of FBLA. After graduation, McKenna will be attending Murray State University and majoring in nursing. Miss Bailey Provine. Bailey is the daughter of Brian and Chrissy Provine. She was selected as the most outstanding art student. Bailey was selected to be on the 2021 Region 1 Girls Soccer First Team. After graduation, Bailey will be attending Murray State University and majoring in art education. Miss Cheney Robinson. Cheney is the daughter of Brad and Deanna Robinson. She was a member of the varsity academic team. Cheney received the President's Scholars Award at Western Kentucky University for 4 semesters while attending the Gatton Academy. After graduation, Cheney will be attending Western Kentucky University and double majoring in mathematics and dance. Miss Camden Underwood. Camden is the daughter of Brooks and Mandy Underwood. She was a member of FBLA. Camden was a member of the Laker volleyball team. After graduation, Camden will be attending the University of Mississippi. Our first valedictory address will be delivered by Ashley Caldwell.
For starters, I'd like to say thank you to all those who are here with us today, and to all those who could not be here with us, but still impacted who we became. Everyone we encountered had something to do with the person we became. They provided us wisdom and understanding, as well as direction for how to survive this 4-year chapter of our lives. When we entered high school, all our teachers and family members told us to get involved. That phrase would become one of our least favorites to hear. Yet it would allow us to find who we are and who our group of people would be. Some of us found this identity in sports, while others found it in clubs and organizations. No matter what it was we joined, we found our comfort zone and our friends that would shape some of our most formative years. Our personalities would change, and so would our outlook on life. As we embark on this next chapter of life, hold on to who you became and how you grew into that. Whether you are attending college, getting married, entering the workforce, or simply taking a year off, remember what it is that forms up your identity. As Richard Feynman said, you are under no obligation to remain the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even a day ago. You are here to create yourself continuously. Create your personality, create your comfort zone, and most importantly, create your life, year by year, month by month, and day by day.
Class of 2022. The day we have been anxiously awaiting is finally here, and it is so bittersweet. This day means something different to everyone. For me, it means I'll never have to hear daily stories starting with your dad ever again. I am so grateful to the teachers and administrators for allowing us to conclude our 4 years at CCHS with a normal senior year, filled with the best memories. As we step into one of the biggest changes of our lives, I do not know what the future holds for even myself, let alone all of you. But I do know this. It is a great day to be a Laker. Many of us have come to use this phrase as a sarcastic remark because some days along the way have not felt so great. In fact, our high school experience has been full of surprises, and many days, giving our best meant just pushing through. And we did. For that, we should all be proud. But as we move forward, I want to encourage you to change your perspective. Life is so much more than sticking out the days until you get a diploma. If being a Laker during less than ideal circumstances has taught me anything, it is that I never want to settle. Your potential will be wasted if you don't intentionally pursue your goals. No one can do it for you. Fortunately, we are more capable than we realize. We have grown from the class every teacher was warned about into resilient young adults with the opportunity of the world in our hands. Wherever life takes you, I hope that you all choose to carry your days of being a Laker with you, the great days and the challenging. I have no doubt that looking back, we will be grateful for each one because of who Calloway County has shaped us to be. It's always a great day to be a Laker, but this one is the best.
For those of you that know me well, you're probably a bit surprised that I chose to speak on behalf of our class. However, we've had such amazing experiences while growing up as Lakers, and I believe that William Arthur Ward summed it up perfectly when he said, "Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." To the school board, Mr. Settle, Mr. Wilmerth, Mr. McKeel, and the other administrators throughout the school system who continuously strive to provide us with many learning and extracurricular activities, we are grateful. Over the past few years, we recognize that this has not been easy. We are appreciative of your efforts to keep us safe and healthy while developing creative ways to continue to provide us with learning opportunities. With your support and guidance, the Calloway County School District is among the best in this region, and because of this, we are proud to be Lakers for life. To our principal, who is the king of letting us know when we drop something and has been our daily DJ for the past 4 years, we appreciate your leadership and the countless hours you've devoted to supporting your students in and out of school. To the teachers who have pushed us to be better students and, more importantly, better people, thank you. We have become lifelong learners, and that's a quality that will help us no matter where our future takes us. We appreciate the long hours and personal sacrifices that you've put in to help us discover our passions, our careers, and our next steps. From Mr. Pyle jumping on tables and Mr. Lovelace lighting hand sanitizer on fire, to Ms. Parrish sponsoring a class fashion show and Coach Lane whistling songs, thank you for making learning fun and memorable. To the coaches, directors, and sponsors who've helped us improve either athletically, musically, or academically, thank you. Even during a pandemic, you continue to provide countless opportunities to be involved, compete, and most importantly, have fun. We recognize how much extra effort you've put in to help us improve in our sport or activity. Thank you to Ms. Gray, Ms. Springer, Ms. Fritchie, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Falwell, and Ms. Miller, who have been masters of flexibility when to be or not to be in person is the question. Sitting among us are district, regional, and state champions, and none of that would be possible without our coaches, directors, and sponsors. We will forever treasure the medals and trophies that are visible results of these successes, yet perhaps the most life-changing skill you taught us was how to be a good teammate. To the front office and guidance counselors who have helped us be better prepared for the next steps in life's journey, thank you. We are appreciative for your work behind the scenes to run our school. Thank you to Mr. Smith for being our school magician during lunch, and thank you to Mr. Butler for organizing our athletic events. Ms. Rydecki, Ms. Neal, and Ms. Maria, thank you for helping us through the college or career search process, class scheduling, or just being there if we needed someone to talk to. Not to mention the countless transcripts that are being sent upon request, with some of us asking for way more than others. Sorry, Ms. Rydecki. To the cafeteria crew who have worked to feed us breakfast and lunch, hosted a senior breakfast, introduced us to tornado wraps, and prepared chicken nuggets each Thursday, we are thankful. For those of you that live with us, you know that the janitorial staff also deserves a big thank you for cleaning up after us each day. Also deserving of our thanks are our bus drivers that took us to and from school each day and to our extracurricular activities. Last but certainly not least, to the parents, grandparents, other family members, and friends who have supported us, prayed for us, and encouraged us through our journey through life so far, we are beyond grateful. You've celebrated successes with us and helped us through disappointments. You helped us with homework, but let's be honest, you were just as confused with Go Math as we were, and you made the solar system unit a lot harder than it had to be because you insisted that Pluto was a planet. In all seriousness, we're so thankful that you've given us the opportunity to be part of the Laker community and for teaching us the value of obtaining a high school education, along with preparing us for life's responsibilities as we embark on the adventures that lie ahead of us. There are so many wonderful people who have helped us navigate our path to earn the opportunity to walk across this stage and receive our diplomas. It is for that reason that we, the class of 2022, can relate to the great philosopher Winnie the Pooh when he said, "How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard."
Class of 2022. Today is the day we've been waiting for the last 4 years. For some of us, these days have flown by, and some are still stuck in quarantine. Although our time in high school has not always been in person, it has still been filled with many memories. We have made many lifelong friendships and encountered many teachers we would not be here without. As we are all about to go our separate ways, I encourage each of you not to give up. This last year, getting back into some of the normalcies of the classroom has been quite the transition. The one thing that has remained constant in our hectic years of high school is change. The fact that change is the only constant in this life is one of the greatest life lessons to learn. Resisting these changes only makes it more difficult to navigate. As we enter this new phase of life, wherever it might take us, we are going to endure some of the biggest changes and shocks as we enter adulthood. No one enjoys this level of change or uncertainty, but when you are able to embrace the change and roll with the punches, you will be able to thrive in all that life might throw your way. Finding constants within the change will be great encouragement through hard times. During high school, I found my constants in people, such as my family, teachers like Miss Fritchie, and friends like Addie and Lakin. Despite the many times we complained about the numerous changes throughout high school, experiencing this made us better and more prepared for our careers after we leave Calloway County High School. So I think we should now be able to look back on the chaotic last 4 years and thank them for what perseverant individuals we have become. As John Maxwell once said, change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Thank you again, teachers, administrators, faculty, and most of all, students, for this amazing experience that I will cherish. I wish you all the best wherever your journey after high school takes you.
Something I had to remind myself while experiencing many lasts was that this is only the beginning. While we're closing a greatly influential chapter of our lives, this is only the beginning. While we're leaving behind friends and family here in Calloway County, this is only the beginning. I know that most of us are experiencing a variety of emotions today, and it's hard to tell the difference between them. We're nervous, we're anxious, we're excited, we're scared, but most importantly, we're prepared. We have all altered our high school experiences to best fit our plans for the future, whether that be taking classes at VOCO or being involved in clubs like FFA or FBLA. We have all been set up for success. For those of us moving away, up and leaving your hometown is a challenge like no other. It'll be so strange going into Walmart and not seeing somebody that you know. Our lives are about to completely change courses in a matter of months, and although it's a terrifying thought, our time has come to move on. I want to start by thanking my teachers all the way from kindergarten at Southwest up until the teachers I have now. Although some classes were difficult and I didn't know if I would pull through, I managed to, and now I'm a college-ready, well-rounded individual, and I can't thank you enough. I next want to thank Addison for being by my side through it all, from the very first day at preschool up until the very last day at Calloway, and I'm forever grateful for the friendship that we built. I next want to thank my family. Brooklyn helped take me under her wing and guide me whenever I had any questions, and my mom and dad are the best supporters I've ever come across, and I don't know what I did to deserve them. I couldn't have handpicked any 3 better people to do life with, and I love you all so much. Before we officially graduate Calloway County High School and are forced to enter reality, I just want to remind you that this is only the beginning. High school has been an incredible and unusual 4 years, but this is the beginning of our lives.
Superintendent Settle, members of the Board of Education, faculty and staff, students, parents, and guests, we welcome you to tonight's celebration of the class of 2022. Before we begin handing out diplomas, I wanted to recognize this graduating class before you for their courage and perseverance over the last 4 years. Think about this. They are the last class to graduate Calloway County High School with having had a normal high school experience, even though it was their freshman year. Since that year, we've had our bumps in the road, but the students before you are not just survivors, but overcomers. These ladies and gentlemen have faced and overcame numerous challenges and obstacles along their path to tonight here at the CFSB Center in this ceremony. I do not mind speaking on behalf of the Callaway County faculty and staff in saying that the character they have shown before, during, and after the pandemic makes us proud to not only call them Lakers, but Lakers for life. And let me say this, parents and guardians, you should be proud of them as well. So for these graduates, our guests, the faculty and staff of the high school, board members, and district administration, today is indeed a great day to be a Laker. We ask that as we honor this graduating class tonight, that we keep our proceedings dignified to honor all of those seniors. We know this is an exciting time, but please help us honor each member of this graduating class. At this time, Callaway County High School would like to announce the graduating class of 2022. Seniors of the class of 2022, prepare to receive your diplomas. Our first diploma will be presented by Mr. Adair. Jonathan Coe. Abigail Tabers, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Anderson. Kara A. Hart. Drew Coyle. Blake Crass. Logan Emery. Parker Hobbs, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Molly Horton. Jessica Islas Robles. Seth Jesse. Tatum Lamb, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Addie Lax, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Cody Mason, Honor Graduate. Dalton McCarty. Garrett McGrew. Isaiah Smith, Honor Graduate. Zane Sparks. Our next diploma will be presented by Mr. Travis Anderson. Grace Anderson. Our next diplomas will be presented by Ms. Kim Barrett. Emily Jameson. Peyton Manus. Xavier Payton, Honor Graduate. Sierra Wynn Lawrence. Our next diplomas will be presented by Mrs. Boyd. Maya Hennenberger. Corey Van Dyke. Our next diploma will be presented by Mr. Brooks. Landon Johnson. Our next set of diplomas will be presented by Mr. Kakamugio. Sarah Archie. Zachary Barger, honor graduate. Joshua Byers. Charles Goff, distinguished honor graduate. Elia Munoz. Michaela Muchler. Lacey Robertson. Josh Siskevich. Our next set of diplomas will be presented by Mr. Chris Champion. Mackenzie Love. Tristan Wright, distinguished honor graduate. Our next set of diplomas will be presented by Mr. Ed Chapman. Lucero Santos, honor graduate. Mira Smith. Erica Sosa. Our next diplomas will be presented by Mrs. Coleman. Tanaya Bledsoe. Skylar Cook. Peyton Crawford. Bobby DeShields. Jacob Greathouse. Dakota Littlebrandt. Jordan McKnight. Hayden Ragland, honor graduate. Jagger Thomas. Our next diplomas will be presented by Mr. Dial. Tyler Carson. Andrew Hudgens. Ashton Pittman, honor graduate. Our next diplomas will be presented by Mr. Dykus. Brenton Hall. Chloe Hudson. Garrica Marks. Nina Natividad, honor graduate. Chad Royal. Our next diplomas will be presented by Miss Jennifer Ernstberger. Gracie Adams. Nathan Gupton. Abigail Halbert. Madison McLeod. Our next presenter is Mr. Jacob Falwell. Anthony Thorne, honor graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Sarah Forsythe. Jasmine Geary. Our next presenter is Mr. Cade Frazier. Zachary Hudgens, honor graduate. Zachary Kay. Our next presenter is Miss Taylor Frazier. Tamarion Bledsoe. Bailey Early. Julio Garcia. Our next presenter is Miss Ashley Fritchie. Addison Bogard, honor graduate. Emily Brunn, honor graduate. Ashley Caldwell, valedictorian, distinguished honor graduate. Mackenzie Davis. Chloe Dodd, honor graduate. Gavin Driscoll, honor graduate. Ethan Eckert. Paul Franklin, distinguished honor graduate. Elliot Frederick, honor graduate. Elena Haynes, distinguished honor graduate. Riley McCallan, distinguished honor graduate. Mia Miles, distinguished honor graduate. McKenna Perkins, valedictorian, distinguished honor graduate. Avery Poston. Joseph Stasulis. Madeline Stewart, distinguished honor graduate. Jolie Trimble, distinguished honor graduate. Nicholas Tyson. Althea Walker, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Amy Futrell. Augustine Alvarez. Mackenzie Flowers. Blake Garner, honor graduate. James McMillan, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Aaron Ramsey. KT Robertson. Daryl Strong. Atasia Wood, Honor Graduate. Our next presenter is Mrs. Gray. Confidence Azima. Jaden Morris, valedictorian, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Cheney Robinson, valedictorian, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Our next presenter will be Mr. Jonathan Grooms. Bella Swain, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Aubrey Thomas, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Harrison. Faith Advincula. Madison Bess, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Max Cossey. Angel Miller Robles. Kent Patterson. Our next presenter is Mr. Dan Hicks. Bryce McClure, Honor Graduate. Vernon Warner. Our next presenter is Miss Hoback. Sarah Wilson. Our next presenter is Miss Holman. Gage Basil, Honor Graduate. Dennis Campbell. Tyler Duncan. Mr. Housden is our next presenter. Isabel Housden, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Our next presenter is Mrs. Imes. Jesse Hutchins, Distinguished Honor Graduate.
Our next presenter is Mr. King. Luis Tovar.
Our next presenter is Miss Jerry Kramer. Tristan Code. Our next presenter is Mr. Bruce Lane. Gabriel Carson. Will Duncan, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Christian Ryder, Honor Graduate. Preston Weatherly. Our next presenter is Mrs. Lee. Tanner Crouch, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. Damian Lovelace. Reese Henderson, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Daniel Moeller. Our next presenter is Miss Sarah Lovelace. Emily Natividad. Matthew Ray, Salutatorian, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Alexis Weatherford. Our next presenter is Samantha Mayo. Grace DeFelice. Our next presenter is Mr. McDaniel. Lakin McDaniel, valedictorian, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. McKeel. Jacob Smith. Our next presenter is Mr. McNutt. Joshua Fulford. Drake Johnson. Caleb Cresson. Caleb Race, honor graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Miller. Noah Lasley, honor graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Parrish. Benjamin Code. Reagan Jones, distinguished honor graduate. Naomi Krug, distinguished honor graduate. Chloe Murphy. Josephine Bereave, honor graduate. Jackie Weaver, honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. Van Pittman. Savannah Pittman, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. Price. Luke Cullop. Canyon Franklin. Brandon Johnson. Carson Starks, salutatorian, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. Provine. Bailey Provine, valedictorian, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Miss Radecki. Camden Underwood, valedictorian, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. Trace Settle. Dylan Snow. Our next presenter is Mr. Slayton. Chasen Gillum. Tyler Helm. Freeman Reinhardt. Charles Trombetti. Matthew Weeks. Our next presenter is Mr. Smith. Aaron Clark, valedictorian, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mrs. Springer. Kari Pack. Elizabeth Robinette. Our next presenter is Mr. Thomas. Jay Dunn, distinguished honor graduate. Addison Hicks, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mrs. Vaughn. Shira Bostic. Our next presenter is Miss Walls. Kent Guerin. Kobe Phillips. Garrett Ray. Michael Turman, distinguished honor graduate. Our next presenter is Mr. Chris Champion. Eric Mendoza, honor graduate. Our final presenter will be Mr. John Williams. Kevin Dawson. Emma Duncan, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Robert Nowak. Nicholas Ferris. Hunter Prince, Distinguished Honor Graduate. Charles Tidwell. Thomas Wesley, Honor Graduate. Superintendent Settle, I'd like to present to you the class of 2022 as having met the state requirements for graduation.
Graduates, at this time, I'm going to ask you to please rise. At this time, please move your tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side. By the powers vested in me by the Kentucky Department of Education and the Calloway County Board of Education, it's my distinct honor and privilege to recognize you as the 2022 graduating class of Calloway County High School. Congratulations, and may God bless the future He has prepared for you.